Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Dun 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 dun. Today we have the Citizen Star Wars 100-meter solar chronograph, and this is model number CA7021-O4W. And as usual, we're going to open this thing up, look at all the features and functions, check out the build quality, wearability, and loom, and then I'll let you know what I think of the Citizen Star Wars collaboration. Also, make sure you check out my Amazon shopping channel for all of my favorite watches that I've reviewed on this channel, and be sure to visit my Teespring merch store, pick yourself up a t-shirt or a mug. Both of those links will be down in the description field for you. So here you go, Star Wars Citizen Outer Watch Box. Let me go ahead and give you a good little tour of this watch box here. So you've got the dark side. There you go. You got them fighting. I'm assuming that's Luke and Vader. And then you've got the light side. You got C-3PO and R2-D2. And that's probably Chewie and Han Solo. And some other crap. There's Yoda. Don't know who this is. Millennium Falcon up there, maybe? Yep. Let me see what else. Bottom of the box. Please recycle. Proudly made with recyclable materials. Yada, yada, yada. Lucasfilm. You can see the license. And that's one thing about this watch, guys, it's ridiculously expensive for what it is. I'll go ahead and say that up front. This watch should not be $475. Yes, that's right, $475. But, you know, you got to pay Lucasfilm. I think, actually, who owns Lucasfilm now? Does Disney own Lucas? Yeah, so Disney owns all the rights to Star Wars now, so you got to pay that licensing fee. Anyway, really expensive for what it is. Still a nice watch, just really expensive. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. Now you get a limited edition. All of these are actually limited edition watches, and they have the serial numbers on the back of the watch. All of them are limited to 1,977 pieces, except for the Boba Fett model, and that's limited to 1,980 pieces. That's when Boba Fett first appeared in the Star Wars saga. So, and it actually shows it on the case back, and I'll show you that as well. So there you go. There's your little card. For some reason, I got two of these little pamphlets here. Same thing. Again, they don't put manuals and warranty stuff inside the watch box anymore. So there you go. Anyway, so there you can also do this online too. So there you go. Let's go ahead and pull this thing out. Pretty neat looking, man. There you go. May the Force be with you. Star Wars Citizen. What does it say on the bottom? Probably has Lucasfilm again. Yep, Lucasfilm, please recycle. Proudly made, yada, yada, yada. There you go. All right. Let's get this other stuff out of the way. Let's go ahead and take the watch out. It's kind of like, I guess, kind of like Vader's healing chamber. All right. Now, this is the Han Solo version. And I'm going to show you why it's the Han Solo version. There's some design cues that's supposed to make you think of Han Solo. So let me get this stuff out of the way. There's a quick little look right there. There's the watch. Get all this junkola out of the way here. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put up the specs on the left-hand side of the screen, and then we will talk about this watch. So you're looking at a 43mm stainless steel case. It's 12 millimeters thick. It's 51 millimeters lug to lug. It's on a 22 millimeter leather strap. You've got a domed mineral crystal. It's water resistant to 100 meters, which is 330 feet. You've got the B612 movement inside with a 7-month power reserve. You've got a screw down case back that's also decorated, and I'll show you that a little bit later as well. You've got a non-screw down crown over here at 3 o'clock. You've got pushers at 2 and 4. Of course, it's not windable. It's a quartz watch. It is hackable. You've got Citizen's proprietary loom. The bezel is fixed, but it does have that Japanese movement. So interesting looking watch, and basically what this is a Chandler chronograph that's been made into a Star Wars watch. Let me go ahead and show you the Chandler chronograph. There it is. Same exact watch, same exact movement, but this has been made into a Star Wars version. So there you go. Good looking watch. I mean, I like it. I'm not normally a big fan of these kind of leather straps with these big, like stainless steel, you know, buttons, or what do you call those, fasteners. But this thing looks pretty cool, man. So let me tell you why it's supposed to remind you of Han Solo. One, that red stripe right there in the original series, the first 3, Han used to wear those pants, those blue pants with that red stripe right there. So that's supposed to remind you of his pants. The subdials are supposed to remind you of the instrumentation of the Millennium Falcon, and this strap is actually supposed to remind you of his belt. So, and this is actually the same color that his pants were. I just noticed that. This blue is the same color his pants were, and then it had that red stripe going down the side of his pants. So this is basically, like I said, the Han Solo version. Again, a Chandler chronograph turned into a Star Wars watch, but it's nice. I do have a couple gripes with it though. One, this is the most expensive of all of these Star Wars watches at $475. The rest of them are considerably cheaper. I mean, I'd say considerably, you know, $25, $50 cheaper. Some are even more than that. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put up all the other versions up on the screen. I'm going to take this out of the field of view here. I'll put up all the other versions on the screen for you. So you're looking at the Death Star. You've got the Boba Fett edition, and that's the one that's limited to 1,980 pieces. You've got the Luke Skywalker edition and the Darth Vader edition. So there you go. There are the rest of them in this series. And again, the Boba Fett is limited to 1,980 pieces, and all of the rest are limited to 1,977 pieces. And that's the year that Episode 4, A New Hope, came out, 1977. So again, a good looking watch. I like it. The only, like I said, I have some gripes. The other gripe is the fact that this dome crystal, it casts a lot of shine onto the dial. Not only is the dial kind of blinged out because you've got a sunburst on it, but that dome crystal, as you can see, adds a lot of magnification. It adds a lot of like different, like lens flare, I guess is what I'm looking for. A lot of different lens flare onto the dial. So it makes it a little bit difficult to read. The hour and minute hands kind of blend in with everything. That second hand, that chronograph second hand is very, very thin and small. Your running seconds is actually down here at the 6 o'clock subdial. The date window, unless it's in direct light, it's a little bit hard to read, which is not a big deal, but it does have a nice bezel around it, which makes it nicer to read. The lume on this thing, guys, I have to say it's a little bit pathetic. It's not, I mean, it's just, you'll see here in a minute. The lume on this thing is not great. I mean, it's not a dive watch, so, I wasn't expecting a lot of lume, but I was expecting a little bit more lume than what it has now. So anyway, let's go ahead and open this thing up. You've got these keepers, a fixed keeper, which any of y'all that know me know that I can't stand a fixed keeper. They just drive me nuts right here. You got a movable one. Decent leather strap, not too bad. Now here's the case back. You've got an illustration of the Millennium Falcon right there. For some reason, I thought this actually glowed in the dark, but I was hoping it did, but it doesn't. But if you look right there, limited edition, and this is number 77 of 1977. So you got water resist, 10 bar, Citizen Watch Company. Let's see what else here. You see Lucasfilm down there at the bottom, right there. There you go. Japan Movement, yada, yada, yada. So there you go, screw down case back. So, nice. I mean, anybody that loves Star Wars is probably going to absolutely love this thing. And this is probably my favorite out of all of the editions. This Han Solo version, I think it's absolutely the best looking one. And, it's not too crazy looking. I mean, I'm not a big, huge fan of the super blacked out watches like that Vader version. Wouldn't really do anything for me. The Boba Fett version has got too much green in it. I mean, this looks like an actual watch that they would make, if it wasn't a limited edition. And that's why I like it. It's just a good looking watch, man. Really good looking watch. So there's the strap, genuine leather, Citizen, what does that say? 22. I'm assuming that means 22 millimeter. Let's look at the buckle. You got a signed buckle there. Here's your tag. There you go. And it doesn't have a price on it, which they normally have prices on them. So, I mean, good looking watch. Let me go ahead and demonstrate the chronograph, because some of y'all just freak out if I don't demonstrate the chronograph. There's a chronograph. Again, you can barely see that chronograph hand moving. And then when you reset it, it's really slow to reset. Good Lord. There you go. So again, good looking watch. Again, a Star Wars fan is absolutely going to love this watch, and they might even get all of the versions just because they probably will be worth a lot of money, years and years down the road. Anything Star Wars, man, you can definitely make some money on stuff like this. So let me go ahead and try it on. It's a little bit small for me, which I, expected. But strap's a little bit stiff. I mean, it's brand new. There you go. Man, it's a good looking watch, man. I really like that red stripe. That is really cool looking. This is kind of almost like patent leather. It's almost got like a patent leather type of shine to it. Not quite, but almost. And again, I don't normally like these button fasteners, these stainless steel fasteners on a watch strap, but this looks really good, man. Really cool. It's just a really good looking watch overall. All right, let me show you this loom. And again, guys, the loom on this thing is pathetic. So don't expect too much. Kill the monitor, kill the studio light. You can see it already shining a little bit, but here we go. And you just have a little dot on the indexes that are loomed. Now all the hands are loomed. I'm sorry, the chronograph hand isn't loomed, but the hour and minute hands are, and then you have those little luminous pips at the very end of each index. So not bad. Actually a little bit better than I thought, not too bad. So there you go. All right, let me turn everything back on. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. So I'd love to know your thoughts. I'd love to know which one each of you thinks is the best looking one. Again, for me, the Han Solo is definitely the best looking watch out of the whole series. It's just a good looking watch, man. Really, really nice looking. And, you know, well made. You know, solar powered, it's going to last you forever. So anyway, if you want to head on over to Amazon, pick one up. Again, currently $475, which I think is way too expensive. Again, about $100 too expensive. But I'll make sure to put that link in the description field for you. And always make sure you like and subscribe and make sure you click that notification bell. I really appreciate when you do that. And I've got a couple really cool Swiss watches coming up soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And until then, this has been the Star Wars 100-meter solar chronograph. And again, this is the Han Solo edition, and this is model number CA7021-O4W. And until the next review, I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.